Okay. Now let's talk about everybody clearing out of your apartment. Will you tell the judge what happened? How did they leave your apartment? If you know.
They all jumped off my back balcony in the pictures. Adam went first, then Brian, and then I thought Quinton was already gone because I didn't see him, and then he flew past me.
Oh man. You said you thought he was already gone, but he flew past you.
Yeah.
What, if anything, did he say or do?
I don't remember him saying anything.
Did you see him carrying anything?
He had a bag.
Okay. A bag, a grocery bag?
Like a purse.
Did he come with that purse?
No, ma'am.
Do you know whose purse that was?
I believe it was Tony's.
Is that the purse you saw her coming to your house with?
Well, I didn't.
What, if you remember, what was the defendant's demeanor? How was he acting?
Everybody seemed normal. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary to, for people getting high, I guess.
What about his sleeping? Were you all sleeping on a regular basis?
I mean, yes and no.
Okay, and what does that mean?
It's kind of hard to sleep
when you're high.
Yeah.
After everybody jumped off the balcony, the one person we still haven't talked about was Ashley. Do you know what she was doing, or at any point in time did she come in your room?
She came into the room, and then she came in the room after. As well.
Okay. As anyone was jumping off the balcony.
Like, what am I doing? What's going on? And he said to call the police and say that he killed him.
Who was he?
Quinton killed her.
And he left as well, correct?
Yes, he was holding on to the banister and then just dropped down.
Yeah, gotta speak up a little bit.
Yes, ma'am. He was holding on to the banister and he let himself go after saying that.
Yeah, gotta speak up. Say it one more time.
Okay. He was holding on to the banister and then let himself go after he was done saying what he said.
At any time, did the defendant come into your room?
Not that I recall.
After everybody left, who was still at the apartment?
It was me and Ronald.
Tell the court what you saw when you came out of your room after everyone left.
I saw Tony laying on my couch by my front door.
The way Tony was laying on the couch, could you open the door without moving her?
Her foot was in front of the door, so we had to the cops told us to kind of move it so we can let them in.
And you said the cops. After everyone left, did someone call 911?
Yes, ma'am. Ronald.
Was that immediately after everyone left?
Yes, ma'am.
There were, prior to this incident, were there any bullet holes in your apartment?
No, ma'am.
So any bullet holes that would have been in your living room would have been from what happened on July 25th?
Yes, ma'am.
And prior to this incident, your living room did not look like sleep.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it went to sleep.
That's right. You don't have to.
He's right there.
Exhibit 13.
It is you were kicking the plug there.
Shut the front door.
You unplugged it?
State exhibit 13 that I showed you. Prior to to this incident, your living room did not look like this.
No, ma'am.
Is there anything else? Did the police come out
Yes, ma'am.
and you said they told you to move her legs so they can get into the apartment?
Yes.
Did you all have to unlock the door as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And when the police came out, did you and Ron talk to the police?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to ask you, thank you. Let me find a picture. I want to ask you about the sword. I'm going to show you the picture. The sword that's up on Ron's room. That states exhibit number 19. At any time, did anyone take that sword off the wall?
No.
At any time, did you see anyone use that sword on the defendant?
No, ma'am.
Prior to the defendant having Tony pinned up against the wall, was anybody fighting with that sword?
No, ma'am.
Tony him with that sword. Neither was Adam or Brian. Now, state's exhibit number 18. On the floor next to shoes. Can you see that? Can, Your Honor, can you see that? Is it too dark? No, I can see it. Okay. State's exhibit number 18. Do you know what the item is I'm pointing to? I'm pointing to an item next to a blue hamper on where
No, ma'am.
let me just ask you, have you ever seen Ron with a machete?
No, ma'am.
Do you know if he owns a machete?
Not that I recall.
And if he does own a machete, did he have it out that night?
No.
Did anyone attack the defendant with the machete
No.
that night?
No, ma'am.
See Tony attack the defendant.
No, ma'am. Not with any weapons. No.
Did anyone try to roll the defendant up in plastic?
No, ma'am.
Did you have any tarp or plastic like that at your house?
No.
Now, at the time of the incident in July, will you please describe for the court what the defendant looked like, meaning his hair, if he had any facial hair?
Gosh, he had dreads like he has now. Facial hair. He looks the same as he does right now.
Now, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to show you what's been marked as state's exhibits. I believe I'm on 30 and 31. 30, correct, 30. you what's gonna mark the states exhibits 30, 31, 32, and 33. Take a minute to get those. Do you recognize the person in those photos?
Yes, ma'am.
In states exhibit, in states exhibit number 30, who do you recognize the person in the photo to be?
Quinton Nixon.
And when you describe, is that how you describe his hair? Are those the dreads and the facial hair?
Yes, he had it pulled back in like a ponytail.
States exhibit number 31. Do you recognize the person and the items in that exhibit?
Yes, ma'am.
Who is in that exhibit?
Quinton Nixon.
And what item do you see on the ground?
Tony's purse.
Is that the item that you saw him run by you with?
Yes, ma'am.
States exhibit number 32.
Yes,
Again,
ma'am.
is that Quinton Nixon with that purse?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, states exhibit number 33. You recognize the individual in that picture?
Yes.
And who do you recognize that person as?
The defendant.
What is different in this photo?
He cut all of his hair and facial hair off.
This is not the way he appeared on July 25th, 2022. Is that correct?
I've never seen him like that a day in my life.
And how long have you known him?
A couple years.
And you've never seen him cut all his hair off or all his facial hair?
No.
I'm sorry, give me 1 second, Your Honor. Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Can you put 28 back up there, though? I missed one. So
Sure.
I don't know what that is.
You said 28?
Yes.
I didn't do 28. You didn't miss it.
Okay,
I didn't do it.
All right, thank you.
Well, I don't want to confuse
That's all right. We
everybody.
can just
No,
skip it.
I'm showing you what the mark is. States exhibit 28. you recognize what I'm showing you?
Looks like my TV.
And what is being measured there?
Gunshot, a bullet hole.
I'm done. I'm getting my stuff, Your Honor.
Alrighty. Cross-examination, Mr. Nixon.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. McLean, is it correct that you made a statement to Akron Police Department about what happened today in your apartment on 9/14? No, excuse me, forgive me. The night of the incident, 07/25/2022.
Yes, yes.
And did you know that that statement was being recorded on video?
Yes.
Your Honor, I would like to play.
Ask her the question first.
Do you remember what you stated in your statement?
Not word for word, no.
In your statement, what you made today under oath, you claim that you and Adam Wright were good friends.
Yes.
Had you and Adam ever been in type of relationship?
When we were younger, yes.
And how long were you in a relationship?
Not long.
Can I ask why you didn't tell that to, or did you tell that to the detective?
I don't recall.
Do you remember telling the defendant that you and that man were in a relationship?
Years ago, yes.
So you remember telling Quinton Nixon that you were in a relationship with Adam Wright?
Years ago, yes.
How did the defendant get to your apartment?
I picked you up from your mom's.
Do you remember what the defendant stated? Well, do you remember the reason why you picked me up?
Because it was your birthday and you wanted to hang out.
Do you remember stating that your car was stolen?
My car was stolen months before any of that.
So you have no recollection of telling me that you needed help finding your vehicle?
No. The police were already handling it.
You stated today that you seen no one else with a gun prior to the incident.
Yes.
You don't remember seeing Adam Wright with a gun prior?
I don't
to
recall.
You don't recall or you don't remember seeing him? With
I don't remember. I didn't like guns, to be honest. So
No, there's a difference between not remembering and not seeing him with the gun.
I don't remember
Understand the
seeing him.
question?
No.
Okay.
Do you remember making a statement on the night of the incident to the police that you saw Adam Wright with a gun?
No, I don't remember.
You do know you're under oath, correct?
Yes, I do. It was so long ago, I don't remember all the details of what I saw and what I didn't see.
Your Honor, I will ask to play the interview.
Mark it as Defense Exhibit B. Yep, just I gotta move it over.
Is he playing that portion or does he?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Oh,
I'd like to play the interview in its entirety.
I would object to the whole portion being played, only the portion for impeachment purposes.
Understand? Do you know where that is?
No, Your
Get
Honor.
it on the,
No, Your Honor, I do not know where it is.
yeah, we're not gonna play your whole video, just the portion that you're using to impeach your testimony. So you're gonna have to figure that out.
Before I play it, you said today that everyone was smoking meth, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember on the day of your interview telling officers anything different?
I don't recall. I don't remember.
So back it up a little bit. You stated today that you and
Yes. Quinton and Adam Wright and Ashley. Yes. I don't know what they were doing in the car. I only seen Brian get out of the car when I was pulling out. I didn't say nothing to him.
Did you see anything in Brian's hand?
No.
You seen Brian get out the car first?
Yes.
When you made the phone call to Adam, or did you make the phone call to Adam, stating that you seen them in the driveway?
Yes, I did. I called and let him know that Brian was outside. Didn't know why.
So is it safe to say that they weren't your guests?
Yes.
Do
I
you,
had just met Brian maybe 2 days prior.
do you know who let Brian and Tony into your apartment?
No, I do not.
Did you claim there was no bullet holes in your home prior to this incident?
True.
So you have no recollection of any other shootouts or anything inside of your home?
No.
What was me and your relationship?
Friends.
Did Adam Wright know we were friends?
Yes.
Did me and you have consensual sex?
One time, yes.
Was Adam Wright there?
He was in the living room, I assume.
So you're stating for the record your ex-boyfriend was in the living room while me and you were having consensual sex.
We were all in the living room before that.
Can you answer my question, please?
Yes.
So you did not give consent for Brian or Tony to be in your home.
No, I had left.
But you were fine with it when they came back, correct?
It seemed like everybody was getting along. Everybody was laughing, so I didn't have a problem with it.
So there wasn't any, you testified today stating that there wasn't any problems, there wasn't any arguments. Was there any arguments prior to this day between me, you, Adam, or anybody else in the house?
I don't remember.
Do you remember any type of discrepancies between Adam and Brian prior to the incident?
I know that a couple days before that, they were ironing out some issues that they had from in the past. Other than that, no.
Did that alarm you in any way?
No.
So just for clarification, you never seen anyone in your home prior to the incident with a gun?
I do not recall. I don't remember seeing a gun at all. I don't like guns. And Adam and all them, everybody knows that knows me. I don't deal with guns.
Did I have a gun?
I don't remember, no.
You don't remember or no?
You didn't bring one.
Do you remember taking Adam to Brian's house to iron out the issues that you spoke of?
I do.
Do you remember your demeanor at the time?
No.
Do you remember crying?
No, but everything is so long ago, I don't remember every detail.
Do you remember claiming or saying to the defendant that they're going to kill Adam if we take him to Brian's house?
No.
So it's considered your home and Ron's, correct?
Yes.
Would you say that you were entertaining all the guests that day?
Right up until I left, yes.
did you find it odd that Tony in, but they were there?
I never thought that anything of like this would happen in my own home, so I didn't think anything of it.
Do you remember the conversation? Well, do you remember being in the living room, knelt down at the table prior to the incident?
Putting the wall mural together, yes.
Brian acting any type of weird or crazy way?
No. You, him, and Adam was in the kitchen
Do you
talking.
do you remember Brian saying anything about a whisper app or a spy app?
Do you know? Doesn't mean you have to tell me what he said, but
I don't
are you
recall.
aware of that conversation?
I don't recall, no. We were having our own conversation in the living room.
Prior to you getting up and leaving into your own room to hang up lights, do you remember how I was being or acting?
As I said earlier, everybody seemed normal. Everybody seemed to be getting along fine.
So you don't have any, do you remember me stating anything of the nature? Do you remember me telling you to tell Brian?
Objection.
Let him finish the question first.
Do you remember me telling you to tell Brian anything along the line of help?
No.
Not help. Along the lines of to chill out or cool out, anything like that.
Can you say that again?
Do you remember me asking you to speak to Brian about his behavior?
No.
Overruled. You may answer. Do you remember that?
No.
Do you remember where everyone was sitting before you went into the room?
Adam was sitting at my table, and you and Brian were standing at my kitchen sink, and Tony was sitting on my couch.
Where was Tony sitting at on your couch?
On my couch, going the closest to my bedroom.
Do you remember me having a cell phone?
Yes.
That night, did you ever see me give my cell phone to Brian?
I wasn't there when you and Brian were interacting like that, so no.
Do you remember or have any recollection of me having a boat magnet in my hand?
No.
Do you know what a boat magnet is?
No.
You never seen me with a gun, correct?
I don't remember. Not until I saw you at the front door with Tony.
Okay. So prior to that, you never seen me with a gun?
No.
Play her in here. Your Honor, I would like to play this interview in its entirety. There are several inconsistencies in what she's stating today inside of this interview.
How long is it?
It's 35 minutes.
All right, go ahead.
For the record, the state would object, Your Honor, for proper impeachment rules.
Overruled.
Just have her top in there. What's that? Which side? That's fine. That's fine. Here, up.
Yes.
How you doing? Okay. I'm Detective Taylor. Detective McConnell. Okay. Check your executives. You try to get that one on right there. Oh,
That's great.
what's your first name, ma'am?
Angel. A-N-G-E-L.
A-N-G-E-L. Your last name?
McLean. M-C-C-L-A-I-E.
Is it M-C capital C?
Yeah. M-C. Well, like lowercase c and then capital.
L-A-N?
Yes. M-C-C-L-A-I-E.
L-A-I-N.
Yeah.
And what's your birthday?
11/4/1989.
Your social?
233-376600.
And what's your address?
2260 Maryland. M-A-R-Y-L-A-N-D. Avenue. Akron, Ohio. 442.
What's your phone number?
330-775-9791.
Are you working anywhere?
I'm in between jobs right now. I was working at things at the server.
Are you on Facebook?
I'm
What's your Facebook?
Angel Marie.
A-N-G-E-L Marie.
Yes.
Basically from the time you got here or everybody got here?
Me and Chip, well, Chip was Ron. He's my roommate in the car in front of me. We came back from Sheets. And we come in. They were all upstairs laughing, joking.
Who's all?
Brian, which is, I don't know his last name. The girl,
Where's Brian from?
I have no clue. I've only met him twice. I have no
Black
clue.
male?
No, he's a white male.
Home from Sheets. White male. Brian. How old is he?
I'm
If you have
not
to
sure.
guess.
I want to say late 30s, early 40s.
Okay. Who else?
Quinton Nixon, with his girlfriend, who was shot. I don't know her name.
Girlfriend is
Brian. His
who's his girlfriend?
Yes. I think I stepped on the shirt by accident, sir.
You said it was Quinton. Oh yeah, it's
Yeah, Quinton Nixon.
you said Nixon with an I-N?
Quinton is Q-U-I-N-T-O-N.
Mm-hmm.
Then Nixon, like.
N-I-X-O-N.
Yeah.
Okay. He's a black male.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
31. He just turned 31.
Okay. Just turned 31? When did he turn 31?
18.
I'm sorry?
The 18.
July 18th. So then, who else was there?
Adam Wright.
White male? You said Adam Wright.
Yeah, W-R-I-G-H-T.
Is he from here?
And he's from here, but I don't know where he's staying now.
Okay.
He just came home from either North Carolina or Toledo. He was busy for a couple days.
How long had he been here?
Let's say 3 or 4 days.
And who does he know?
Me. I've known him my whole life.
Was he your friend coming up?
Yes.
Okay.
I've known
How
him
old
for
is he?
like 10. I want to say 36, 37. I can't keep the ages right.
Okay. Is that all who's in the house?
And then me and my roommate, and then my roommate's
girlfriend, friend, I don't know her name. Her name's Ashley, but I don't know her last name.
And this is Ron's girlfriend, Ashley.
Girlfriend or acquaintance, I don't know what they really are. It's a little weird.
And Ron is your roommate?
Yes.
Her name is Ashley.
Yeah, I'm not sure what her last
Where's she at?
She, I guess, took off out the door after they all took off running. She, I guess, took off. And I was on trying to get myself proposal.
Is she a white female?
Yes.
You ever met her before?
Yeah. She's
How old
really
is she?
I'm not sure. Probably around my age.
How old are you?
32. She might be a little older. I'm not sure.
You know her last name?
No, not really. Not
So you get back, you walk into the scene of them all hanging out, laughing, and whatever.
laughing, joking.
Who was sitting where?
It was me and I don't know. I want to say Tori was in the living room
Where was she sitting?
on the other couch.
When you walk into the door or past?
Yeah, when I walked in the door. No, you walk in the door and you just look at her. I looked at her when I walked in. On the couch closest to my bedroom.
Okay.
And then the three guys, Quinton, Brian, and Adam were in the kitchen.
Okay.
And then
Were they sitting or just standing up?
Adam, I think, was sitting. Ronald, or not Ronald, sorry. Quentin and Brian were sitting over by the sink.
Okay. And nobody was arguing, no nothing?
No, everything seemed fine. Like, everybody was joking, laughing. Me and Ron, he bought me some lights or whatever for my room, and I was putting them up on my bed. So we went in there to do that. And we heard the tussling, and I went to go open the door, and I hear more gunshots. So I shut the door and tried to have my closet.
Oh, when you say your bedroom, which one is your bedroom?
The one with the air conditioner. Right here, if you look up with the pink curtains. The pink room, I guess you could say.
So, when you walk into the front door past the couches,
To the right, it's my room.
with the TV on the dresser,
Yeah, the full entertainment.
silver, yep, the silver bedroom.
Yeah,
Okay, you were in the room then?
yeah, me and Ronald was.
Okay, so y'all was in the room putting up the lights.
Yeah.
Was the door shut?
Yes, it was.
Okay. So, then when you were in that room at that time, how long were you in the house before you started hearing arguing?
Maybe half hour.
Who was arguing?
I'm not. They all were kind of arguing, I guess. I didn't hear her much say anything.
Mm-hmm.
But they were. I heard all the men for sure.
And what were they arguing about?
I couldn't make it out, honestly.
Okay. Did they have any issues?
All I heard was get off of her or something. That's all I heard.
You heard get off of her?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
So was Ashley in the room with you and Ron, or was she?
No, she was in the other in Ron's room.
So she wasn't in the living room anymore.
No. She was never in the room. She was in the room.
When you guys got back from Sheets, was Ashley with you?
No, she was in the room.
So she stayed, and you and Ron went to Sheets.
Yeah.
Ashley was sitting on the couch when you walked in, correct?
No, Ashley was not. She was in the room.
Okay, so Ashley was in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Not your room, but the room to the left?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know Ashley's last name at all?
No, I don't. I can't think of it right now.
Could it be Barton? Does that sound right?
Okay. So at that point, you and Ron are hanging the lights up in your room. You hear the arguing between Brian, Quinton, and Adam,
And
and Tori. You couldn't really, you said you didn't hear her much, though?
no.
Okay. And you couldn't make out what they were arguing over?
The only thing I heard was get off of her or something.
Whose voice did you hear saying get off?
Honestly, I couldn't really. I want to say it might have been Brian's.
Okay. Then you heard,
Heard gunshots.
how many gunshots would you say you heard?
Like 4, maybe 5.
From the same gun, or was it a different
It
gun?
sounded like the same gun. I'm not sure though. I don't know the difference.
Was it automatic?
It sounded like it. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know about it like that.
Was it like a big gun, small gun?
I have no clue. wasn't. It sounded like a firecracker to me at first.
Then what?
I tried to open the door, like I said, and the gun, as a bullet came flying past mine around his head, went through my TV. It came through the wall and through the TV.
When you tried to open the door?
Yes, and I started back, and then we ran into the closet. Tried to hide in the closet, but
Did they ever come in your room?
no.
Okay. Then what?
They all took off out of they were arguing again by the door. I heard talking about get down on the ground or whatever, and I thought the cops was already here. That the way they were saying get down on the ground, and then
Did you hear any more gunfire after that?
not that I remember. And then they jumped off of the balcony.
Did you see them do that?
Yes, because after I came out, I heard them going into Ronald's room. I kind of opened the door to see what's going on, and as far as I seen was Quinton running through the hallway.
Okay.
And then Brian told me to call the police and tell them that he shot her.
Brian said that he shot her?
No, he didn't. He said call the police and say that he shot her. This is whoever else was with him.
Who was he?
Either Quinton. I'm pretty sure it was either Quinton or Slim. Well, Adam. Sorry.
Oh, so Adam goes by Slim too?
Yes, sorry.
That's his moniker, his nickname? Slim.
Yeah, that's what it goes by.
So Brian said that one of those two, either Quinton or Adam,
I don't
shot.
think it was Slim. Because him and Brian are really close.
So you saying Brian said that he shot him? Did he reference who?
No, not.
Did he point at one of the people?
No, he was hanging from the banister.
And if he was hanging from the banister, that means Quinton and Adam was already gone?
Quinton was the last one out. I didn't even know he was still in the house when I went in there to try to see what's going on.
So that's what I'm not understanding.
Slim was, I'm pretty sure, the first one gone over the balcony.
Okay, so
Brian.
If Brian's gonna make reference to Quinton and Quinton is still in the house,
I didn't know he was in there until he ran past me.
so why would you understand what I'm trying to say now? Brian tells you that he shot him.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know that Quinton was in the house.
I didn't know he was still in there until he ran past me.
So that means you was inside the room. You was in Ashley's room at the time?
Ronald's room.
Ronald's room at the time?
I heard him running and I heard glass break. Or whatever broke over.
So where was Quinton left in the house?
I don't know.
So do you think Brian meant to say it's Quinton?
I don't think so, yeah. I mean, it's the only other person who was in the house at the time, I guess.
So why would Quinton want to shoot?
I have no clue. I couldn't tell you. I don't know why any of
So who all has guns?
I'm not sure. I know Slim had one. This is Adam.
What kind of gun did he have?
I'm not sure. I don't know guns. I have no clue. I don't know what caliber or nothing. I don't really like guns.
Okay. Does Brian know to carry a gun?
Yes.
So Brian's known to carry a gun too.
Yeah.
And Quentin's known.
Well, I don't think Quentin has one. But I think.
But Brian is the one who told you that it was.
Yeah, Brian is the one who's girl's boyfriend or husband or something. I don't know. As I remember, when Brian ran past me, he had a brown bag in her.
You had a tan person in it?
I want to say it was the lady's purse.
How long was it before you ran past you? Like, you were in Ron's room.
Yeah, I was coming back into my room.
You Quentin ran past you.
Your Honor, I will pause the video right there. timestamped at 15 minutes and 5 seconds. Ms. McClain, the detectives asked you if Brian was known to carry guns. And what was your answer?
I couldn't really hear it because of the rain on the thing.
Go back to 1423.
I want to say it might have been Brian's.
Then what?
They all took off. To tell all the police.
Or
I
Adams?
don't.
If he was
As I remember, when Brian ran, or not Brian, when Quinton ran past me, he had a brown bag in his purse.
he had a tan person, Gene?
I want to say it was the lady's purse.
How long was it before you ran past you? Like, you were in Ron's room.
Yeah, I was coming back into my room.
Your Honor, I think he asked her the question. Yeah, a little bit before.
And if he was hanging from the banister, that means Quinton and Adam was already gone.
I don't know. Quinton was the last one out. I didn't even know that he was still in the house when I went in there to try to see what's going on.
So that's what I'm not understanding.
Slim was, I'm pretty sure, the first one gone over the balcony.
Okay,
And
so
then Brian,
if Brian's gonna make reference to Quinton and Quinton is still in the house,
I didn't know he was in there until he ran past me.
so why would you understand what I'm trying to say now? Brian tells you that he shot him.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know that Quinton was in the house.
And I didn't know he was still in there until he ran past me.
So that means you was inside the room. You was in Ashley's room at the time?
Ronald's room.
Ronald's room at the time?
I heard them running and I heard glass break. Or whatever broke over in his
So where was Quinton left in the house?
I don't know.
So do you think Brian meant to say it's Quinton?
I don't think so. Yeah. I mean, it's the only other person who was in the house at the time, I guess.
So why would Quinton want to shoot?
I have no clue. I couldn't tell you. I don't know why any of it happening. They were all out.
So who all has guns?
I'm not sure. I know Slim had one. This is Adam.
What kind of gun did he have?
At 13:48, Ms. McClain stated to.
Ask her a question.
Ms. McClain, did you hear what you stated to the detectives after he
I
asked
do.
you? And what was your answer?
That Slim had a gun. I knew he carried him, but I never seen it.
Correct. Thank you.
Sure, I don't know better. I have no clue. I don't know what caliber or whatever. I don't really like guns.
Okay. So Brian known to carry a gun?
Yes.
So Brian's known to carry a gun too.
At 14, excuse me, Ms. McClain, did you hear the answer you gave the detective? Timestamped at 14:02.
Yes.
He asked you, is Brian known to carry a gun? What was your answer?
Yes. And that's from what Adams told me about their past.
Okay, moving forward.
And Quinton's known.
Well, I don't think Quinton had one. But I think.
But Brian is the one who told you that it was.
Yeah, Brian is the one who's girl boyfriend or husband or something. I don't know. As I remember, when Brian ran past me, he had a brown bag in his purse.
You had a tan person, Gene?
I want to say it was the lady's purse.
How long was it before you ran past you?
What do you mean? Sorry.
Like, you were in Ron's room.
Yeah, I was coming back into my room.
You Quinton ran past you.
It wasn't long. It wasn't too long after they
Yeah,
Can you really hear you?
sure. Like Adam, how's he involved with? So I know you said Brian and Brian's girlfriend, right? How is Adam involved with these two? Does Adam live here? Does he? Who was he visiting?
And then I don't know.
So you grew up with Adam.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a couple years.
Does Adam typically carry a gun?
I've never known him until now, which I
What do you mean
did
until
not
now?
find it. I've never known him to carry a gun. He never told me he ever did.
You said until now, like
Yeah,
recently?
Yeah. At the end of it,
When did you see Adam with a gun?
when he first got here.
Tonight?
No, he's been there.
Ms. McClain, did you hear the answer you gave to the detective when he asked you, when did you first see Adam with a gun?
Yes, I did.
Can you repeat what you said?
I said he had one, but like I said, it was so long ago, I can't recall everything that I said in my police report. And a lot's happened since then. So,
Earlier, you said you didn't see anyone with a gun, correct?
yes, I just did that.
Prior to the incident, correct?
Yes.
In this statement, is it safe to say that you just said, or did you not just, or did you not just say that you seen Adam, right, with a gun when he first got there?
Yeah. What, a week, 2 weeks prior to that? Yes. But I never seen it after that.
Prior to the incident?
Yes. He was there 2, 3, maybe 2 weeks before you even came.
Okay, so it's safe to say since he's been in your home that he had a gun.
I seen it the one time. I didn't see it after that.
Okay.
Like 3 or 4 days.
So 3 or 4 days.
At the end of it,
When did you see Adam with a gun?
when he first got here.
Tonight?
No, he's been there for like 3 or 4 days.
So 3 or 4 days ago, he came here to visit with you
Yeah.
from North Carolina or where?
Yeah, they're there for me. That's where it's at.
So somewhere out of Akron.
At 6:16, did you hear what you gave, the response you gave to the detective when he asked you, when did you see Adam with a gun?
When he first got there, I said that.
You had just, did you not just say that Adam was there 2 weeks? You said you seen him with a
A
gun.
week or 2 prior, yes.
Did you hear what you said in your statement?
Yes, I did.
Did you hear that you said 4 days prior to this?
Yes, I did.
So is it safe to say that you answered correctly?
It was a mistake.
So it was a mistake that you said to the police. that
Yes.
You seen him 4 days prior
Yes.
with a gun.
Yes. A lot happened at night. So
He's here
wasn't to your liking.
Just want the truth.
visiting you for 3 or 4 days. You've known him since you were 10. And then 3 or 4 days ago, he brought a gun. Do you know what kind of gun?
It's a handgun? What color? Silver?
I'll be good. So,
I'll be-
Honestly, I don't. I'm not this big. I don't like it. So I
did you ask him about it? Like, why
No, I
do you have
didn't.
his gun?
I didn't have
The gun today?
yeah.
What was he doing with the gun today?
It was underneath my, like, it's been by my couch.
So did you hear the question that detective just asked you at 6:58 timestamp?
Yes.
Can you repeat what he asked you?
He asked me if I seen Adam with a gun that day. And I said yes, but I don't remember seeing him with it that day, honestly.
So why would you tell the police that you seen him with a gun that day?
I don't know. I didn't see no guns that whole day, the whole time, so I don't honestly know.
Ms. McClain, do you know you're under oath?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'd like to play it back one more time.
She answered it. Move on.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Excuse me.
The bullets and everything out of it, like the brick to be thrown was out of it.
Was it like in a box or was it in like a holster or what?
It was just out, like the
Just in the whole.
underneath my couch, under my couch.
Is it still underneath the couch?
I don't know. That's the last.
Bricks under.
They all got bricks on them.
So the couch
When I went to your room,
Yeah, that's the one that the corner over by the stand is where
so like the closest to your room?
yeah.
so where if you were sitting closest to your room, with the gun be by your room
This
door.
the TV does a table stand in the corner of the room. When you walk upstairs, there's one in both sides of my living room at a TV.
Okay.
So it's the stand on
In
the
the corner over the picture.
yeah.
Ms. McClain, is it safe to say that you not only seen the gun that day, but you also seen what he was doing with the gun?
No. I didn't see what he was doing with the gun.
Did you not hear your answer that you just gave to the detective? In this
I said that I seen the gun, but I didn't see him doing anything with it. I said I seen the gun, but I didn't see him doing anything with it. It was sitting from that. It said that it was sitting on the floor.
Did you not just say that you seen him take the clip out of it?
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Your Honor, may I play it back?
I heard it. She's answered. Move
Yes,
on.
ma'am.
You saw Adam with the gun today?
Yeah. He's had it. Like I said, last time I seen it, it was taken apart. The bullets wasn't inside of it.
So, like
by itself.
The gun was not like, when you say taken apart, you mean like there was in it,
Yeah, there was nothing in it separate.
the magazine and the gun?
Yeah.
And you saw it like that today.
Yes. Not long before we left there.
Why was it out? Like were all of those people there when you left for
No.
Sheets? Who all was there when you left for Sheets?
They were sitting in the driveway when we were leaving. Brian and his girlfriend were sitting in the driveway when we were leaving.
Which car?
That the red car is sitting next to the gray, the gold truck.
Does she like stay in that car from time to time?
I don't know.
Sleeping?
I don't know. I've never met her until tonight.
And that's Tony or Tori.
What's Adam's last name?
Right. WRIGHT.
And what about Quinton? How'd he get there?
He is a family friend too.
Of you?
Yeah, I call my nephew. I used to date his uncle years ago.
Was he here when you guys went to Sheets?
Yes, he was. Adam and Quinton were here and Ashley.
Ashley, Quinton, and Adam were here. Brian and his girlfriend were outside, and you and Ron left for Sheets. And when you guys came back, was that they were all inside then?
Yeah.
But Ashley was still in Ron's room.
Yeah.
You and Ron went into your room to hang lights, and everybody else was out like in those main two rooms. So you heard the shot, or the shots, or the arguing, or whatever, and you ran outside, and that bullet went by you at your bedroom. When they ran by, did you see anybody with a gun?
I've seen Brian trying to hand the gun off to Slim, but then Quentin also had a gun. I don't know.
When the detective asked you, did you see after the shots, the detective asked you, did you see, when you came out of your room, did you see anybody with a gun? Do you recall your answer?
I saw you and Quinton in the hall, or you and Brian wrestling, and I heard Brian say, "Take this." I don't know what it was. And then Brian or Adam shut the door on me.
So that gun that you saw Brian try to hand off to Adam, was that Adam's gun?
I don't know. I just
What color was it?
I want to say silver.
Was it a handgun too?
Yeah. I think it was a little bit smaller.
How about Quentin's gun? Was
I
it?
know that he had one. Honestly, he was, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't know that he had one here. I don't have to see
Who?
one. Quentin. Never seen him with one at all.
But after, when you ran out, then you saw Quentin with one?
I seen him with the purse. I seen when I opened the door, I got a glance, and that's when I threw it back.
A glance of what?
Of him over by the wall,
Which wall?
where there's a hole in my wall.
You saw Quentin right there?
Yeah.
And Quentin, did he have a gun?
Yes. Yeah, that's when I came back in the door and shut
What
the door.
color was
He
his
shut the
gun?
It was silver.
So everybody has silver gun.
Yes. That I remember.
Was the gun that Quentin had the same as you saw Adam with?
I'm not sure.
Did Quentin threaten you not to open the door? Or?
No, I just got scared and I shut the door back, and then that's when the bullet came flying through the door, through the wall.
At 21:25, the timestamp on the video, they asked you if Quentin threatened you with the gun. Do you remember your answer?
Yes.
And what was it?
No, you didn't directly threaten me. No, you did not. But you pointed my direction when the first bullet went through my wall.
Put your phone away, ma'am, and on silent, please. Thank you.
So you're stating that I threatened you,
I never stated that you threatened me.
or I pointed the gun at you.
You did. It was in my direction.
May I ask why you didn't tell the detective this at the time of this interview?
Again, everything happening so fast and a lot just happened. A girl was just murdered in my house. I'm a little messed up from it all. Still am.
Understandable. Your Honor, I'd like to play that portion back.
So, Mr. Nixon, the purpose of that is credibility.
Your Honor, can I please stand for a second? Okay. Go ahead. I just have back injury.
After you heard the initial shooting?
Yes.
So you said Adam was the first one out of the house? So at what point did you see Brian try to give Adam a gun?
When he was trying to get through the door,
What door?
the back door.
The slider?
He was yelling at him to take the gun.
And at that point, Brian had the gun in his hand?
Yes.
And then did Adam take the gun from him?
No, I didn't see. I shut the door back. I don't know.
And then when you came back out, then you saw Quentin with a gun? Or did
No,
you,
when I first opened the door,
when that bullet went by you?
when I heard the tussling, I opened the door, and then I seen Quentin with the gun, and then I heard.
Who was tussling?
I want to say it was Quentin and the girl, and then I think. Mm-hmm.
So were you thinking that was probably Brian telling Quentin to get off of
I'm
her?
thinking so.
And then
I was trying to hide in my closet.
how much time between that and
Not long after I shut the door, because it
So,
came
like,
through the door.
seconds?
Yeah.
You see,
You see Brian try to hand the gun to Adam?
Yeah, I heard them tussling, like I said, and I went to open the door. Slim was running by, and then Adam or Brian was down on the floor. I don't know, screaming.
Was this before or after the gunshot?
This was after, and they were both all trying to leave. not the closet or the door.
So initially you just heard them tussling.
Yeah.
And then you assume that it was Brian that was telling Quinton to get off of her because you saw Quinton
Yeah,
tussling with her.
Yeah, they were kind of like, I guess.
Like
both
into it.
Yeah. And he grabbed her by the head and smashed the door.
He grabbed her by the head?
Yes. Quentin did.
By her head or by her head?
By her hair. I just seen him grab her. I don't know.
Was anybody trying to intervene to get him off?
Not when I seen Brian get up, go toward him, but that's all I seen. After I shut the door.
Why'd you shut the door?
No, I was scared.
Of the fight?
Yeah, I didn't know when I seen Quentin with the gun, and I got scared.
So you see Quinton with the gun and pulling her hair?
Yeah.
And you hear Brian yell, get off of her?
Mm-hmm.
Where was Adam at in all this?
Honestly, I don't even know. I didn't even see him.
So you close the door, and then how long? You said seconds after you close the door, you hear the shot?
Yeah, me and Ronald were by the door, and we shot when we shot it, and it came through right, like, seemed like past his face because he jumped back. Like it hit him or ricocheted or something.
So you heard it was just that one shot at that time or more?
I heard like a couple more after that. I had heard maybe one before that, and then that one. Honestly, I don't know. My mind's so scrambled.
And they was tussling on the couch right by your room?
On by the door.
Okay.
So you hear, you see the tussling, you close the door, within seconds you hear the shots.
Yes.
How much time then between you hearing the shots and you reopening the door?
Maybe like a minute or two, maybe 3 minutes.
So a minute to 3 minutes, you open the door, you see Adam is already in Ron's room.
Yeah, he's going out the door.
He's going out the door. You see Brian right behind him telling him take the gun.
Yes, I want to say him, Quentin and Brian was tussling on the floor in front of my door.
So now Quinton
So
and
when I
Brian
opened the door, that's when Brian got up and took off. When I opened the door back up.
So Quinton and Brian are tussling on the floor.
If I remember correctly, yes.
Do you remember it? Do you remember them tussling on the floor?
I remember Brian being on the floor and then him saying that I heard him take it down on the ground. So I thought you guys were here, that's why I opened the door.
And he was telling Brian to get down on the ground. Quinton was.
You know, Brian was telling Quentin to get down.
And Brian already had the gun on him.
Yeah. But yeah, it was. Sorry, I'm just.
No, you're fine.
Just take your time to process.
We're not trying to confuse you or anything.
I know. I'm messing.
We're trying to just get all the facts so we can put this puzzle together.
Yeah, I'm almost positive that Quentin and Brian was arguing in front of my door, and I heard they get down the ground.
After this is all after the shots.
Yeah.
And Adam's already out the door.
Yeah.
Okay. But if Adam's already out the door and you hear
He
him,
was getting ready to go. He was going into the bedroom to climb out the window, out the door.
but you also told us that Adam said
Brian told him to grab the gun, and I never seen him come back to grab it. So I didn't see the gun being handed off to Slim or not.
So who told you again that he shot?
Brian did. And then that's when Quentin came flying through with her. When I say it was her purse.
Quinton took her purse.
Yes.
Does Brian's girlfriend, the one that was shot, did you see her with a gun at all?
No, I did not actually. No, she had a purse. I don't know what she had in it.
What color was the purse?
Like a tan and brown.
Was it leather or cloth or?
I want to say it was cloth. Like Michael Kors, I think.
What is it?
Michael Kors.
Okay. So who do you think shot her?
I mean, honestly, from the tussle, I would say it would have been Quentin. Because I said he had the gun when I first opened the door.
You think Brian wrestled it away from her, or how did he?
So, and he was trying to get it, and then that's when I heard the gunshots go off. I don't honestly know who did it.
But when you saw Quinton run past you with the purse, he had a gun still.
No, I didn't. Brian had the gun. And
The one that Quinton had.
I'm not sure which gun it was. I've seen him trying to hand the gun on.
You got these guys' phone numbers?
No, I don't know Brian, and Slim is a text now number. And I just had Quinton on my Facebook.
You know Quinton's Facebook?
It's Ink Goat True.
Ink?
Ink,
Like INK?
yeah.
Who
All
is
one word.
this?
Goat.
This-
Goat. Yeah. And then space True. TRU. No, just no E. That's
Like
Quinton.
that. Ink Goat
Yeah.
True.
That's what it
Where at?
is. He does it.
Does he have a shop or he just
No,
shows
no.
up to people's houses?
Yeah.
What is Brian and Tony into?
I don't know. I said I only met Brian a couple of days ago, and it's the first time I've met Tony. The lady.
And Slim knows Brian.
Yeah, from my understanding, he was a friend, but I've never met him before. But I haven't seen Slim in a couple of years.
So what made Slim just come out of nowhere and visit?
He always does. He just comes by to check on me every once in a while when he gets back into town or whatever he's doing.
So what brought Brian and his girlfriend?
Slim.
And how long have they been here?
They, like I said, we were gone maybe.
I mean, have they been staying here the last few days?
No.
So they just showed
They
up
just
today.
visited, yeah.
Adam's been here for 3 or 4 days.
Mhm.
They showed up today to visit.
Mhm.
And Quentin showed up today, or has he been staying here?
He stayed like 2 or 3 nights.
Same as Adam?
Yeah.
So you, Adam, and Quentin are all real close?
Yeah. And Brian and Slim are really close.
Do you have any relationships with them?
Adam is actually my ex from years and years and years ago. We just remained really good friends.
Why
My whole
would
family knows him.
why would Ron's girlfriend, why would she take off?
I think she had a warrant, to be honest.
What's her warrant for?
I'm not sure.
No, I mean, I'm not really concerned about that,
I
but
mean,
she thought it was serious enough to take off.
I don't know. She kind of panicked.
does she have a car?
No,
Where would they have gone?
I have no clue. I couldn't tell
Do
you.
they, like, so Adam's not from the area.
No.
Brian, is he from the area?
He's from Akron, that's all I know.
Okay.
And so Quentin's actually from Cleveland. Well, born in Cleveland.
But where's he been staying?
He's been staying with his mom over on
On Wilmouth?
right across the street from his home. It's like a pink apartments.
Like up from the Dairy Queen?
Yeah, on the left.
On the same side as Dairy Queen?
Yes. Not sure. I know there's 2 sets there.
But he lives in the pink ones?
Yeah, I think they're both pink, aren't they? If I remember correctly.
So if you're looking
He
at
lives
the
on the
two,
bottom. I'm not sure.
so are there 2 buildings, the pink
Yeah,
apartments?
there's 2.
So if you're on Wilbeth looking at the pink apartments, is he on the left or the right?
The pink apartments are on the left side, and then it's the Wilbur's on the right. So like if you're coming from here,
No, I'm saying if you're standing on Wilbeth looking at his apartment,
Oh,
like we're
okay.
looking here,
which
which building is it?
let me say the first one on the left.
On the left?
Yeah, when you're going up Wilbur's, I think it's the first one.
So I'm standing on Wilbeth looking at the 2 pink apartments. He's on the left,
Mhm.
on the bottom,
Mhm.
with his mom.
Let me ask you something. Would Quinton and Ashley have known Brian and Tony before today?
No.
They wouldn't have known them.
Well, Quinton met Brian when he came over the one time with Slim. But that's the only time
When was
emailed
that?
him. Maybe 2 or 3 days ago.
And that's the first time you met Brian?
Yes. And I've always heard of him. You know, Slim talk about him. I've never met him.
Now, Angel, we don't care. We're not narcotics detectives. But is this somehow related to dope? Did this girl, Brian's girlfriend, did she buy dope off Quinton? Did Quinton buy dope off her?
Not that I know.
I mean, what?
I didn't see any, change.
Do you know if Brian and Tony have having a lot of money?
I don't know, honestly.
Do
I don't know.
you know if Brian hustles?
I'm not sure. I don't know much about him at all.
Does Adam hustle?
Not that. I mean, he used to, and that's the wrong number, so I'm sorry. I just see my number, 775.
My bad.
It's okay.
So
He said, I don't know what they were doing here. I didn't see if any of that was going on before I got here because they wasn't even in the same room with each other.
But what about the other day? Could they have?
No, they were just talking. And then Quinton and Brian was like rapping, like having a rap battle. That was it. Because they both rap. I know Quinton does for sure.
do they smoke?
I didn't see anything. I know she had hit a vape. Other than that,
Anything we haven't asked that would help us figure out what happened?
I don't know that I can think of right now. Just tired.
Ms. McClain, do you, prior to the last question, he asked you is there anything else that they didn't know? He asked you, do they smoke? Do you remember what your answer was?
He asked me if I seen you guys smoking. I said no. She was hitting a vape.
I know Quentin, they all have a lot of tattoos. Like, a lot. I don't know if that helps or not.
And you have no idea where they might be going.
No.
No phone numbers for Quinton, Brian, Adam.
I have a text now number for Slim. And I have Quentin on my Facebook. Well, he was on my Facebook.
And you don't really know Brian or his girlfriend.
This is my second time meeting Brian, my first time meeting his girlfriend.
Anything else? All right. Well, they're doing some stuff in there. So we'll let you back in the cruiser with your dog. We appreciate you. They're actually.
Your Honor, that's the end of the.
Alrighty. Any other questions, Mr. Nixon?
Yes. Ms. McClain, you stated that Adam pushed you back in the door when you opened it. You stated that twice today.
Yes.
May I ask why you didn't tell the police that night?
I did say he shoved me and I shut the door. He pushed me back and I shut the door.
Today you stated that we were all high and getting high and smoking meth.
Yes, sir.
Why didn't you state that night when they asked?
They asked at the scene at the incident. I didn't see nobody smoking, no, but earlier that day, yes, everybody was smoking.
When he asked you if you've seen anybody smoking and you said a vape, can you explain to the court what that is?
It's a vape. I'm assuming it was like nicotine. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows what a vape is. It's kind of hard to explain. And I want to say it was yellow.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Any redirect?
Briefly, Your Honor. May I sit here, Your Honor?
You may.
Angel, you were asked multiple times on cross-examination, how was the defendant acting? And
He seemed normal.
and
Everybody seemed normal, like everybody was having a good time.
and I was gonna say normal, meaning everyone getting along.
Yeah.
You said that you saw him smoking earlier that day.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you ever seen the defendant high?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you high that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Smoking? You saw your interview. Your interview was all over the place. Would you agree?
Yes.
Were you high in that car?
I would say so. But I mean, if you smoke during the day, it doesn't just wear off. You know what I mean? So, but I hadn't smoked when I got back home. No.
Okay. Have you seen the defendant high before?
The incident, yes.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Before the incident, yes.
Did you see the defendant high on the day of the incident?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you say acting And when you say normal, is that referring to getting along with everybody, not fighting,
Yes,
not
ma'am.
whether he was high or not?
Yes, ma'am. It's jumbled at that point, you know.
You were also asked about the defendant, and you stated in the interview, he was there 2 or 3 days.
He came on the 18th, yes. So
That's more than 2 or 3 days, correct?
yes.
So that was incorrect. So your days were off
Yes.
in the interview.
Happens when you get high. That's why I've been clean for 2 years.
You're not just high, you just saw a jarring
deprived.
incident. Is that
Yes.
correct? You were asked in the interview, is Brian known to carry a gun? When the defendant asked you on cross, you said you got that information from Adam.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you personally ever seen Brian?
No,
with a gun?
ma'am. Like I said, I just met him a couple days prior. Didn't see him go in my house with one. So
When you were gone with Ron to the store, you were not privy or you did not have knowledge how the defendant was acting at your house. Is that a fair statement?
true.
So if he was acting weird or any other kind of way, you would have never known.
True.
Do you have anything else? I have no further questions, Your Honor.
You may step down.
Thank you.
We're going to go ahead and take our break. I was trying not to interrupt that witness, but we are going to take you can step out that door. Take a relatively short lunch break. So I'm going to say at 2:30 we'll be back. And then you may call your next witness. We're adjourned. Sorry, Terry.
Yeah.
No, I'm just-